Terminology. There are many people in our society who are deaf, have no hearing, or experience varying degrees of hearing loss during their lives. The terms deaf, hard of hearing, and deafened are appropriate to use to describe a deaf person. Other terms such as hearing impaired, deaf and dumb, deaf mute, and hearing loss are not appropriate to use. Communication tips. Not all deaf people have the same preference when it comes to communication. Individuals may use Irish Sign Language, speech, lip reading, written communication, or use of assistive technology. It is important to ask colleagues their preferred method of communication. Eye contact and facial expressions are very important in communication. It is important to look at a deaf colleague while talking to them so that they know you are paying attention to what they are saying. 70% of what is communicated through facial expressions and body language. It is not advised to rely on lip reading, as only 30% of information can be picked up via lip reading, and it can be tiring for a deaf person to lip read for a long period of time. Face masks create a barrier for people who rely on lip reading. If a person does rely on lip reading, colleagues should speak at a normal pace and try not to exaggerate their mouth patterns. ISL is the first language of the deaf community, or the first or preferred language of the deaf community. It's very important to remember that English is not their first language. If you're in a group, make sure that you speak one at a time and don't change the topic. This will allow the deaf person to follow the conversation. Try to maintain eye contact with the deaf colleague throughout that conversation. If the phone is ringing, let the deaf person know that the phone is ringing before you leave to go and answer it.